All right, so the first thing we're gonna be working on here is we're gonna winterize the boat. So to kind of winterize it, I kind of made a little list here of what we want to be doing. We want to stabilize the fuel in here. I pretty much run ethanol-free gas through this thing. A couple times, if you can't get it, I'll run another fuel through it, but pretty much ethanol-free. We're going to flush. Oh, so in order to stabilize it, we're going to use a fuel stabilizer. This here is especially for marine. I'm not sure the difference between marine and regular stabilizer, but you should use this one in boats. And we're going to put that in there. I already added it. It's 1 ounce per 10 gallons, I believe it is. So I threw in 4 ounces of this and I ran it for 15 minutes. When I put it in there, I also put a couple gallons of gas in behind it, kind of rinse it down in there. And then you run it so it gets up into the carburetor. We're going to flush out the antifreeze, or we're going to flush antifreeze into the engine because boats just use water from whatever lake or river you're in. It sucks up the water, runs that through the engine to keep it cool, and spits it back out. So we have to run RV antifreeze through here. And pretty much it's like environmentally friendly-ish. Right? It's not like the green antifreeze is pretty bad for the environment. This stuff here is better. It's actually better to the point where you can winterize the camper with it too if you want, and you can run you can run it through the water lines. Then when you flush it out, it's actually safe to drink out of those water lines again. So you can winterize that. We're gonna pull the battery. We're gonna put the battery down in the basement and put on a trickle charger. We're going to fog the engine, and we're going to change the lower end oil on the propeller. It's really important to change that lower end oil. Some people might forget that, but the reason you have to do that is because you can get water inside there, and if you get water down inside that lower end unit, during the winter when it freezes, it's going to crack it, and you're going to need a whole new out drive, and that's going to be big bucks. So I guess for right now, we're going to go ahead and start the motor, let it warm up. I have this antifreeze jug here, and right now it's going to bypass it, so we're going to run water straight through it. Once we get the engine up to temperature, I'm going to flip this down, I'm going to shut the water off, I'm going to turn on the antifreeze, and it's going to go ahead and suck the antifreeze into the engine. Once it sucks it all in, I'm going to shut off the engine, and hopefully it has flushed 5 gallons of antifreeze through the system, and we shouldn't have any problem with anything freezing. So right now I'm going to turn on the water, start the motor. It's probably going to be about 5 minutes of just loud idling, and I'll be back. Cool. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and drain out the oil on the lower end. There's usually a top bolt and a bottom bolt, but this particular one only has a bottom one because the top one is on the inside of this. So changing this is like changing like your transmission fluid in your car. It's pretty much the same idea. And then on the end of our thing here, there's a magnet, and that's going to catch any metal filings in there. And there are a few metal filings in here, so that's not a good sign. You want to keep an eye on that. But we're going to go ahead and let that drain all the way out. It's probably going to take a while. Most of them, you fill it from outside with this little pump, and you pump the gear oil into the boat. But this one you do from inside. You could probably do it from outside also. I might actually go ahead and do that, just because if you fill it from the inside and the oil is pretty thick, it would take a while for all the air to kind of run out of it. So you might think you're full, and then you come back an hour later and then it might be empty, because that's how long it took for it to kind of work its way down into there. And this one, I know I got some of the wrong fluid in there, because it was a little bit low on me this summer and I didn't have any of the proper oil with me, so I just threw in some automatic transmission fluid in there, which is not the correct fluid, but that's what I had, and I was in the middle of nowhere, so that's what I put in there. Alright, so this looks bad. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you guys see, like, it's got like rainbow colors in there? It's kind of cool looking, but I don't think it's very good. I'm gonna try to open up the block drain. The block drain's down on the side over here. And hopefully, because I already ran a little bit of antifreeze through here, hopefully this should come out pink. And that'll tell us that we did a good job so far. Yep, that's coming out pink. I might just leave that. I think it might be good. There's pink there. Let's check this other drain here. This one's nice. It's just a thumb screw. And this should be coming out good and pink here. Ooh, this has got some dirt in there. That's not good. Oops. Oh no. Ugh. Alright, so I gotta find something to fish up in that hole. I don't know if this is gonna be big. Yeah, this looks like this might fit. There we go. I got some good flow antifreeze there. It's good and hot. It's actually, ouch, I can't even put the plug back in, it's so hot. Whew, that was some nasty dirt in there. Well, that's coming out good and pink also. You don't want it to be clear, obviously, because that'd mean that you just got water in there. I'm gonna pull off the lower end reservoir. Ouch. There's chunks of stuff in there. I think this actually is supposed to be hooked up to a kill switch. I don't think it works.